Welcome back to Cole Combat Science and Game Plan Audible. I'm Davis Cole and joined as always by Juice.
Yo.
Today we are breaking down an exhibition match between Jeff Glover and Bill the Grill Cooper. This was in Japan, I want to say in the early 2000s. And the reason I want to share this video with you guys is because these guys were teammates at the time. It's just an exhibition match. But what they were going out there to do was just showcase their skills. There's going to be a lot of things in this match that's, I think, near 20 years old that is a big part of modern grappling, and it just showcases how far ahead of their time both Bill Cooper and Jeff Glover were. So, first, right off the bat, awesome rash guard and shorts. This is in the surfer bro era of Jiu Jitsu. So they actually have long tap out shorts on, and you can see rocking the Paragon rash guards. Shout out to Paragon. So you've got Jeff Glover in the black rash guard and Bill the Grill Cooper in the white. Little bit of a Marcelo Garcia arm drag to single leg attempt from Jeff into a flying guillotine from Bill. So again, just double under to a jump over. Look at what he did there. This is a Jeff Glover special right here. He scoops both hands under where normally people are trying to duck out of the guard, and he jumps right back over it. So that's something I've picked up from Jeff. I actually use it in rolling.
How legitimate is that?
It's
Pretty
a
sick.
time and place.
Yeah?
It's a time and place to use it, but it works. But
I'm
let's go back
about
again.
to spam it.
Look at this. What's he doing here? He hits a donkey guard
Oh
sweep.
shit!
So donkey guard is definitely something that these guys helped innovate, and he's grabbing his ankles and hitting like an upside down dummy sweep, and then straight into the triangle from Jeff.
Is dummy same as waiter?
No, dummy's both
no.
ankles and you
Yeah.
kick them straight back, right?
Is a donkey dummy.
Yeah, it was a donkey dummy sweep. So I highly recommend studying both these guys. I particularly have learned so much jiu-jitsu from Jeff Glover without ever spending any mat time with him, just through watching these old videos and a lot of his Instagram clips. Kind of chatting with him in Instagram DMs about deep half guard and stuff. But not unlike our last video, the style of movement that these guys is just like what we saw from Rafael Fajeda in that UFC BJJ breakdown. Just in it looks like two squirrels fighting in the yard or something. They're just constantly moving. They're in these super unconventional positions.
But that was a real comp. And this
is again.
This is play.
The first time I watched this as a white belt, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I was like,
you were just
these guys are mat gods over here. And it took me a while to understand the full context of the video. But a flying triangle attempt there from Bill. And I mean, that setup was, again, going back to that UFC BJJ 9 match. It's the same stuff that you see. I mentioned in that match, there was a reverse close guard, become super popular over the last couple of years with the addition of the A block submission. And I think that the work these guys did for the reverse close guard is what ultimately led to Abraham LaMontagne being able to have enough to work off of to get into his A block. So here Jeff's got Bill in a inverted triangle. He's attacking the arm. Great transition from the upper body to the lower body, or right after he escapes the inverted triangle. He's here chasing kind of an outside Ashi position. Straight into the back take from Bill. And we're only, probably 2 minutes in here. Nice little truck position from Jeff to retake the back into a twister setup. And deep breath there from Jeff. Even though it's an exhibition, I think he's actually a little tired here. And full disclosure, I don't, you could see at the beginning of the video, it's in Japanese. Like I'm saying, this is an exhibition match. I don't know if this was a part of a greater tournament, but again, these guys are just teammates, and they had, in their own words, nobody had been working harder than them at this time in jiu-jitsu, and they just wanted to showcase what they had been working on. And I would say the big things that kind of stand out in this is the donkey guard and the reverse close guard. And then quite a bit on those leg lock exchanges.
They don't even do exhibition matches anymore. When's the last exhibition match?
Oh, man, yeah.
There's no more play.
No. No, I don't really see like it fitting into the modern
Yeah.
grappling like landscape really.
Oh,
But yeah, classic truck battle there. So the key to this, Jeff was in the better spot here because the small part of his ankle on his right leg is actually behind Bill's knee. But if we go back a little bit further, Bill's the one that starts this, and he just gets countered. This position can switch either way. Either person can take the other's back here. It just depends on this knee over knee position where Jeff, when he, let's see if we can pause it. So this is Bill rolling first. He's initiating this sequence, going for Jeff's back. It's kind of blurry, but Jeff makes this adjustment with his right ankle and he drops his knee more to the inside. So right here, Jeff's right foot, he's got his knee open. They're in the same position against each other. If Bill's knee up here had dropped down between Jeff's two knees here, he would be the one that would win the back take. So this knee being high right here from Bill is what's allowing Jeff to take his back. If Bill could put his other knee over Jeff's knee, then he could slip his knee back down to the inside, and that's where he would have one hook on the back and be able to finish
and what does he
this.
need to get that? Does he need to like shift hip to get an angle?
He needs to
inside or
put the
something?
back of his left knee over the back of Jeff's right knee to push it down, and then take his right hand and grab his far hip, and that's what's going to allow him to like slip his knee down to the inside. And again, this is something that we're gonna get back on the mat. We're gonna show you exactly how this truck kind of plays out. And again, apologies for the resolution. This match is very old, so cameras from this time we're not shooting in 6K. Another thing that we've talked about a ton on our podcast is nobody has more fun in jiu-jitsu. That is a quote from Jeff Glover. That's referring to him, his buddies. You got Pete the Greek, you got Bill the Grill Cooper, Joel Tudor, one of the greatest surfers and jiu-jitsu practitioners of all time. But they are a group of training partners, friends, whatever, and their kind of tagline is that nobody has more fun in jiu-jitsu. So not only are they saying they at this time they were the hardest workers in grappling and try to innovate things, but while doing that, they're also having fun with it. So here, Jeff is applying a kind of three-quarter Nelson into a Darce, which Darces are a huge part of Jeff Glover's game. And again, something that I've learned a ton of jiu-jitsu. Now, this is something I love hitting, the Darce to triangle combo. Any kind of front headlock here where he's got his left arm isolated, he's going to throw his left leg over the other arm, and now he's got a head and arm between his legs. So if this Darce choke fails, Jeff is going to be able to transition his legs up over the shoulders and now catch the triangle. And again, those kind of escapes you're seeing, this is not a real fight. They're just kind of playing around, having fun. So I think when they lock up submissions on each other, it's just kind of an agreement of like, all right, hey, I'm gonna relax a little bit. You can get out.
I feel like I don't have the anatomy to hit a Darce and jump into a triangle like that.
You most certainly do not.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, you do a lot of arm in guillotines, which is the exact same thing, and you could definitely trap your leg over their arm a little bit, but actually sequencing it into the triangle finish would probably be pretty difficult for those people, such as yourself, where you have shorter, thicker legs, which ultimately like makes the length of your legs feel much shorter when applying things like triangle chokes and most guard movements. Really beautiful knee slice there to the back from Jeff, and looks like we've got just under 2 minutes remaining in this. And this is extremely cutting edge grappling technology for the time. Nowadays, it may just look like kind of a silly flow roll between friends, but the things that these guys were doing was so far ahead of their time, and so many little moments from this exhibition match are some of the big, popular moves in the modern grappling world. Especially, nogi at this time wasn't the developed sport it was, right? This was just shortly after the IBJJF has added nogi to their tournaments.
So at this point, gi was like worlds more popular
Yeah,
than
I
nogi.
just think the development of nogi grappling wasn't really there. I mean,
Right.
it
Yeah.
was it was just in its most early stages, and that's why you see them rocking the tap out MMA shorts rather than a pair of shorts that's just for jujitsu. But they're wearing rash guards. They look much. You can see the high collar. That those are rash guards that were clearly rash guards from surfing, which is where this comes from. Not rash guards. Look at that on Bill. His neck is so high, it's like a turtleneck,
Yeah.
right? So it almost looks like Jeff cut the collar off of his rash guard. Really cool match. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out Bill Cooper and Jeff Glover. These guys are big innovators in the sport of jiu-jitsu. Jeff is still at Victory MMA in San Diego, Jocko Willink's gym. So he's still teaching out there. If you're in the area, I highly recommend you get some mat time with this guy. There are few minds in jiu-jitsu as bright and as wise as Jeff Glover. There's so much that he's done for the sport, and I think he was just one of those guys that was right but early.
Yeah.
He had all the right ideas.
was
He
too
knew what he
early.
was doing, but he didn't get to take advantage of the professional jiu-jitsu era like some of the younger grapplers did.
That was sick.
We'll have to do another breakdown of when Jeff Glover's doing commentary at, I think, Polaris, I want to say. Or no, Metamoris. And he jumps out of commentary to put himself into the match.
Oh,
And he's rocking a Wolverine onesie at the end of that.
Sick.
All right. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back soon with another video breakdown for y'all.
Yeep. Gameplay.